Well, hey there, you sexy viewer, you. Welcome back to Game Time with Kyle. That is myself, Kyle, and welcome back to the Collection series. This is a series of videos where I kind of share my gaming collection per each library. I've done three thus far: Nintendo Switch, PlayStation Vita, and GameCube. And the reason why I stopped for a little while is because immediately after posting those videos, I actually got a few more games for each of those systems, and it was like, well, those are kind of out to date already. Why even bother? So I decided to still do these collection videos, but kind of focus on some of the systems that I feel I really don't need a whole lot of games for. And believe it or not, I got a ton of systems, and I feel on a few of them I'm good with games. If I find a couple more in the wild that seem pretty good, I'll still grab them. But for example, obviously, hey, Intellivision. So I'm going to show my Intellivision collection. I feel I don't really need any more Intellivision games unless there's a couple good ones you guys recommend. I'll definitely check them out. So let's take a look at the Intellivision collection on this video. So we can see here the original Intellivision, pretty neat. Got a couple scuffs up there, but still in good condition. And I got the Intellivision 2, which I know I showed off in my system overview of the Intellivision. How it came is I got kind of a weird controller there. No power supply, and I know it takes kind of a weird power supply. I see them online once in a while, but I still haven't really checked it out. Let's go to the games. I'm going to do the loose cartridges first. These are ones that I kind of found on my own. And some of these are going to be doubles because I have hey, sneak preview, tons of boxes right here. But we'll just do the cartridges here first. Got myself some Pitfall. Pretty good version on the Atari, or excuse me, on the Atari. Definitely a great version of Pitfall on there. Not too bad on the Intellivision. It's still better on the Atari, as is this game, Centipede. You can even see it's from Atari Soft. How about that? Atari making some games on the Intellivision. Their rivals at the time. Got Atlantis. Not the really sought after Atlantis 2. That'd be pretty interesting. Beauty of the Beast. Excuse me, Beauty and the Beast. Beauty of the Beast is a great Nightwish song, by the way, one of my favorite bands. This is Beauty and the Beast. I've had that song in my head for a while, so my apologies. Microsurgeon. Just in case you want to pretend to be a doctor. Oh, here we go. These are great. The Electronic Company. I got some Math Fun. These almost look like Atari cartridges, just how they're shaped. And not to be outdone, we also have from the same company there, Word Fun. Yay. Hey, you like some sports? We got sports. We got some bowling on the Intellivision. We have the NASL Soccer. I'm guessing North America Soccer League. I'm not certain on that one. I don't think I've heard of that. Are they still around? This would be early 80s. Golf. I like back in the day when sports games were just called golf. Now they're like PGA Tour 22K, so 21. This isn't a sports game. What happened to our sports games? Oh yeah, we have another bowling game here, but this one has kind of a gray label where this one has a blue. So some label variants there in case anyone's interested. We have some World Championship Baseball. Pretty neat. Ooh, that one's quite the dusty. I guess you're kind of a sport. Horse racing. Who doesn't love some horse racing? Alright. Royal Dealer. I'm guessing kind of a poker type game. Maybe blackjack. Some Sea Battle. Everyone loves Sea Battle. Definitely one of the popular Intellivision games. Astro Smash. Great game on the Intellivision. Definitely a standout. Also on the Atari, but this is one where I feel the Intellivision version of Astro Smash is actually the better version. Space Armada. Got some Armor Battle, which is very similar to Combat on the Atari, but also quite a good game. I wouldn't necessarily say they're similar. Armor Battle's kind of, you see a tank on there. It's more I don't know. It's very much like Combat, only a lot more detailed. This one kind of has a funky label, but it's Tron Maze-a-thon. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I was kind of concerned about this one because I never played Dungeons and Dragons. Turns out this is more of a kind of like almost like a Final Fantasy type game. So that was pretty neat. And who can forget this classic game? This is definitely one of the better Atari or Intellivision games in my book. So I like this one quite a bit. Let's get to some boxes here. All right, we'll just keep this nice stack here. The not necessarily Intellivision with the Intellivision logos, but this is more of a Sears Telegames. You remember that? They also made their own Atari back in the day. So Sears Telegames. Once again, you got some Space Armada. Oh, I think this guy will actually go in there. But a lot of these cases a little beat up, but you see the instruction booklets. If we focus a little bit more on some Intellivision games in the future, I'll definitely show off some instruction booklets. If there's any desire to see those, definitely we'll pull them out. This one is Sub Hunt from Sears Telegames. This one actually has the game in there. You got the overlays, a little bent, but this is something you would put on your controller. I think anyone kind of knows what this is about. And here's kind of how the game plays. So, hey, I want to stop, I would press this button. If I want to go full throttle, press that button. Return, if I want to drop some anchors, I press those buttons. So, I always like that. That's creative. I know the ColecoVision has something similar. So, all right, I'm not going to open all these up. We're going to have a 2-hour video here. Space Battle. This one's actually in really good condition. Got both those in there. Space Hawk. Pretty neat. See a little bit what that's about. And Sea Battle. Not to be confused with Sub Hunt. Got some Sea Battle there. Pretty neat. So those are the Sears Telegames set that I have for the Intellivision. A pair of Imaginic games, Swords and Serpents. Oh, this one doesn't even have a bottom. Yikes. Very beat up there. I'll just slide it out. You can kind of see. It has a pretty cool case and box art for it, though. Kind of has some shine to it. See what that's like. Almost kind of like, almost kind of like Adventure on the Atari. And we got some Demon Attack for the Intellivision. Kind of like another spaceship shooter. Almost kind of like a Phoenix or what's the Gorf on the Atari. So I always like those. Those have some pretty good shine to them on those cases. So let's dive into some other funky games here. Both of which are great Atari games as well, but play pretty good on Intellivision. I gotta scoot these over. In my opinion, Frogger and Burger Time. I think that they play pretty well on the Atari, especially Frogger. I think it actually pretty good version of it on Intellivision here, quite honestly. Nice instruction booklet. You got those long cartridges again. Looks very much like the Atari cart. Nice big old instruction booklet there. Like I said, honestly, hey, if you guys want to see through some of these instruction booklets, let me know. We'll do a video on that. I got nothing else better to do. And Burger Time, these boxes remind me a little bit more like NES boxes before they existed. And you can see a couple screenshots there. Also, pretty good version of that game. Mission X for the Intellivision. Kind of see almost like a River Raid. It's been a little while since I played these games, so it's kind of interesting to go through these. I'm like, oh shoot, I should play that again sometime. My one and only Intellivoice game. This is they only released a couple. I almost want to say 4. Don't quote me on that, but they did not have very many games for the Intellivoice. This is something that you would actually speak into. I forget if you do need the voice thing plugged into the Intellivision. I don't think you do. Well, now I'm unsure, but I really don't think you do. A very nice gold label there, B12 Bomber, and of course, oh yeah, here's a nice little Intellivoice. That's kind of what it looks like, plugs right in, like I said, to the side of the Intellivision, where the game would go, and the game goes inside the voice module. Is that even showing up? I don't know. There's 4 games right there for the Intellivoice. B12, B7 Bomber is what I have, B17. And those are just advertisement for normal games. So yeah, there is only 4 games. So glad to have at least one of those. I don't know if I'll ever get the Intellivision voice module, but pretty neat. So yeah, nice Intellivoice. Pretty good condition for this box as well. I'm going to try my best to keep them. When I got a lot off eBay, a lot of these kind of came pretty smooshed. So still one of my best ever eBay purchases was these 2 Intellivision systems, and at least half of these games. I think it was like 130, 140 US, so it was a really good deal. A nice green box. This is for like card and board games, blackjack and poker. Got the overlays and everything. Oh. So pretty neat there. My only green box. Let's take a look at some blue box Intellivision games. NBA basketball. Look at that early 80s, late 70s art. Pretty wild there. Yeah, again, these boxes are a little beat up, but unfortunately that's the way they came. I'm just going to set them over here. You got yourself some tennis. Once again, look at that art. That's amazing. Pretty tennis court actually goes left to right. A lot of those early tennis games, even still modern tennis games, go kind of up and down. So that's pretty neat. Auto racing. This one almost looks like... what's that game on NES? RC Pro-Am. Kind of very similar to that. Got some skiing. Very much like the skiing on the Atari 2600. I'm sorry if there's any big Intellivision. I keep comparing some of these to the Atari. But I know those are a little bit more popular. So when someone... If I mention skiing on the Atari, a lot of people would probably know what that's about. There's some boxing. I don't care for boxing. Here's some Major League Baseball, actual MLB licensed thing. That's pretty neat. And PGA Golf, once again, another license. I actually do like golf. I'm a fan of golf in real life. And I love a good golf video game. I try to get one for every console that I have, at least to have one good golf game. Let's see what the overlays are for here. You can kind of choose which club you want. Press 9 for a putter. You got my woods up there, 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Those are the blue box games. Don't worry, folks, we're just about done here. Got some dark blue boxes. These are our space games. So another Astro Smash. This one, I believe I want to say complete in box. Yeah, we got the 2 overlays in there. Got the instruction manual and game. Got some Space Armada as well. This one's the one that's very much like Space Invaders, as you can see from the screenshots. Space Hawk. Don't even know how to describe that game. I kind of forget how that plays. And Star Strike. Again, pretty fun art. I like the art. Almost like the Death Star scene in the original Star Wars movie when they're going through that trench. Kind of reminds me of that. Those are our dark blue boxes. We got 4 purple boxes. These are our board games. I might have called the green board games as well. I think these are just card games. The purple ones are the board games. So we got some Reverse C. I think also known as Othello. So that's that game. Here's one that's definitely a French one because you got both English and French up there. So that's pretty unique. So Utopia. Utopie in French. No idea. That almost looks like a strategy game of sorts. There's normal Utopia, so I can kind of see the difference there between the English and French / English versions. So pretty cool to see that. A little bit of a variant there. And Blackgammon. I know my buddy Buried on Mars enjoys some Blackgammon. I don't think I've ever actually played Blackgammon personally. Looks fun though. I'm a big chess fan. I would love to learn some Blackgammon. Let's see, we're almost at 13 minutes. Perfect. We're in our final stretch, and I want to finish up with some red box games. One of my absolute favorite games on the Intellivision, Night Stalker. Love this game quite a bit. It might actually be my favorite Intellivision games. This is one where you're kind of roaming around a maze. You have to get various items. You have a gun which you can shoot skeletons and spiders coming at you for high score. It's kind of a never-ending game. They'll eventually get too fast, but definitely if you have an Intellivision, highly recommend that game. You kind of shoot in different directions as well with the controllers. So highly recommend that game. Matt Bandy, if you're watching, this would make a good Beat the Bandy game if anyone has an Intellivision. There's that armor battle game again that I had a loose cart with earlier, and you can kind of see a little bit like that combat I was talking about on Atari, but a little bit more detailed. Like if you're in the woods or water, it'll actually slow you down a little bit. So, Gold Armor Battle, another fantastic game. Lock and Chase. This is pretty much a Pac-Man type thing. You're a robber trying to get some money and outrunning the cops. Pretty neat. Shark for the Intellivision. Like that box art. I don't even know what that's about, quite honestly. It looks like you're a shark and probably trying to eat some fish or something like that. What could even be the controls there? I don't even know. I'll have to play some of these on a stream sometime. Sub Hunt. Got that again, almost done in a first-person view. Pretty neat. Another space battle. I'm surprised this isn't in a dark blue case. That's kind of where all the space games are. This is actually a pretty fun game as well. Snafu on the Intellivision. It's kind of like Snake. If you played those computer or cell phone games, you're a snake and trying to go around and box in the other players. So there's a couple different modes on there. But very fun, very addicting, and surprisingly pretty popular Intellivision game. Definitely one of my favorites as well. Frog Bog, not to be confused with Frogger. I think you just kind of jump across some lily pads and try to get things along the way as you're hopping around. I remember there being not a lot to it. Sea Battle, not to be confused with Space Battle or Sub Hunt. So another one of those. Looks like you're kind of a similar to Combat, only you're boats and you're trying to shoot the other boats down. Triple Action. Looks like land, sea, and air. Yeah, multi-cart. Probably one of the first few multi-carts that exist. So pretty neat to have that. I wonder what the little thing looks like. Alright. And the last two are just, I have two copies of this. I'll show the much better box there, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. As you can see there, you can kind of roam around, almost Zelda-like too. Kind of, here's the dungeon you go into, fight some enemies. But you also have an overworld, so pretty cool. And that does it for the game, so I'll just finish off. I also do have one of those Intellivision flashbacks. I got a lot of Atari ones, and I have the ColecoVision one as well, but definitely worth having. It's got, I think, a batch of games. I want to say like 60 games, a lot of which I just showed you. They have a lot of these, but also unreleased games for the Intellivision, so that was pretty cool to have in the collection as well. So thanks everybody for watching, subscribing, liking the video. Leave a comment to recommend some Intellivision games that you didn't see here. Love to pick up a few more, like I said, if they have, if they're pretty good games or, you know, come highly recommended. Definitely want to grab some more. But otherwise, I think I'm good. I like what I have for the Intellivision. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time.